Good morning, Alphachain. It's Ben Thornywork here, the winner of the $1 Million Trader Challenge. This is my first video blog for the previous week of trading activity. I made two trades. I'm trading on the daily chart, so there's not a lot of activity. The two trades that I made were the pound dollar. I took a short position, and the Euro Swissy, I took a long position. No, sorry, a short position on that as well. So I'll show you those two trades now and where my account is currently at. I've got the platform open so that I can whiz through and show you the trades themselves. So I'll start with the pound dollar. Okay. So my analysis told me that we're currently in a downtrend, so I was looking for a short position. And at the time, we were here, and what it looked like was a correction and then a continuation of the trend. So I got in and then quickly realised that it wasn't actually continuing in the direction of the trend. As you can see, we started to rally, and I noticed this quite early on because I was watching the 5-minute chart, and I saw a huge spike in the volume there, and that started to ring alarm bells. And as the market started to rally back up quite quickly, I got out just above break even, so I made a very small profit there. So yeah, I mean, I don't think you can avoid things like that. I mean, you can do your best to try to trade with the trend, but eventually the trend does reverse. And in this case, it looks like it's broken that dynamic resistance line. So from this point, I'll only be looking for long positions on the pound dollar. The next trade that I took was the Euro Swissy. Again, I was looking for a short position. All of my indicators tell me that we are in a downtrend, and I've opened a position on a continuation of that downtrend. So as you can see, the market reversed slightly, retraced in a corrective kind of move, and then began to move back in the direction of the prevailing trend. So that's when I got in, just about here. As you can see, my DEMA MACD indicated for me to go short. All of my moving averages are below each other, and price action is making lower lows. So all of my technicals are in alignment. So I've entered and put my stop loss just above the previous high here, around about 80 pips. And my take profit target is 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I'm looking to close out half of the position at this point and then move my stop loss to break even, and then scale out the rest of the trade until this indicator turns blue. As you can see, it's quite a good indicator. It keeps me into the long trends, lets me know when price has reversed, and yeah, so that's what I use as an exit indicator. So yeah, those are my two trades. I guess the first trade, I can learn a lot from that. Firstly, I think I rushed into it a bit. The trade itself was kind of rushed. I think it was a FOMO trade, a fear of missing out trade. It's something that you should always avoid. Fear of missing out can be a big killer. So yeah, the lesson that I've learned this week from looking back at my previous trades is patience. Just spending a little bit more time just to make sure that the decision that I'm making is the correct one. Looking back, I did make a mistake on that trade. All of my indicators weren't totally aligned up as they are in my strategy. So So yeah, there was a big lesson learned on that trade. I wouldn't usually get out of a trade like that. I would either just wait for it to hit my stop loss or hit my take profit, because usually the trade itself is it is a high probability trade. But the short position I took on the pound dollar, I soon realised shortly afterwards that it wasn't a high probability trade. So yeah, I got out of that quite quick. On a positive note, the account is in profit, which is a positive sign, and my second trade is also in profit. So hopefully, over the course of next week, the profits will start to add up, and I will have some good stories to tell you next week when I make my next video blog. Until then, I'd like to say thank you once again for the opportunity to trade Alphachain's capital, and I will look forward to making my next video for you guys next week. So until then, happy trading and best of luck next week.